smell my last. I can smell trouble a mile away. Give yourselves a round of applause. Thank you very much. Sister who also wants to make a little contribution well, a contribution. Let me not say little, a contribution while we're waiting, okay? What's your, you don't want to use the mic? Oh, okay.
I just wanted to do a poem while we were waiting. Well, the poem has drama, see. I'm not accustomed to working with the mic. It's called The Mask. My daughter learned it when she was in the 2nd grade. They had the proficiency in English program at her school, and every grade level had to learn a poem, and she had to learn the mask, and she rehearsed it so much. She's a senior now in high school, and I thought it was so beautiful, I decided to learn the mask. I have a tribal mask that brings up all my pride. I have a tribal mask. I feel so black inside, carved in fine mahogany, a face so dignified. I have a tribal mask that brings up all my pride. Tribal markings on the forehead, nose, and chin. High cheekbones and charcoal tones link me to my kin. When my mask is on my face, the ancestors call my name. When my mask is on my face, I know from whence I came. Though they're in the spirit world, they guide me just the same. When my mask is on my face, the ancestors call my name. Antique face with Bantu voice, channeled through my space-age soul. Tribal elders speak through me to get their story told. When I look out through the eyes, I see the umbilical dance. When I look out through the eyes, I sense that it's my chance to join in, leap and spin, and stomp into a trance. When I look out through the eyes, I see the umbilical dance. Dance for joy, a baby boy, beat that talking drum. The father named him Nkosi and holds him to the sun. The spirit in the mask is my grandmother gone away. The spirit in the mask is here with me today. Bring him here because he's my child, she always used to say. The spirit in the mask is here with me to stay.
Thank you very much. Okay, we're going to begin with a welcome from Royal Caribbean International. Let me say that this has been a massive undertaking. And Royal Caribbean has been working with us through a lot of ups and downs and difficulties to make this possible. So we want to, I guess we need to clear this area up here. Is that where is it going to show? It's going to show right there? Okay, so we need to clear out of the way so we can receive our welcome from, I think it's Adam Goldstein, Vice President for Royal Caribbean International. What about Alabama? We got Alabama in the house? A little bit. All right. Okay. All right. That's all right. We got like Portland, Oregon, and Seattle, and up that way in the house. All right. We got good geographical spread. What about New York and New Jersey? We in the house? Now, please do not accuse me of showing off now. I am from New York, in the greater New York, but I just, I thought we'd just say that. I wish we could, unfortunately the sound, because I really want everybody to say who they are, but I'm not sure we can get that done unless people can shout it out. I don't think we can get that done. We have to find another setting, because we got a lot of people, and we're going to be bonding together, and whatever. This is really a great coming together, and we're going to get this video shown, and then we're going to move to the next level. What about North Carolina? And in fact, who else is in the house? What about South Carolina? Toronto, Canada. Go ahead. All right. Oh, New Orleans. What about New Orleans? I forgot New Orleans. What about Boston? We got a little Boston in the house.
Philadelphia.
Philadelphia? Yeah. All right. I'm sorry. I don't want to insult nobody. We got somebody who came all the way from France, actually.
Anybody in here from Africa?
All of us. Oklahoma City? Yeah. Is Oklahoma in the house? Mississippi. Toronto, Canada. Topeka, Kansas.
Idaho.
All right. Okay. Huh? Youngstown, Ohio? Yeah, we got some action. We got somebody from New Mexico. Don't we have somebody from New Mexico, right? New Mexico?
Yes.
All right, New Mexico.
Dallas, Texas.
Hey, all right. All right, who's here from, we got some people from Haiti. Right, okay. Central Florida. All right. Okay.
The Royal Caribbean private destination. Today, nearly 20 years later, we take a special interest in this great commemoration of the Haitian bicentennial anniversary of independence. We believe that the year of the Haitian bicentennial celebration is of great historical importance to the Haitian people, to the African American community, as well as to the rest of the world and to all those who believe in freedom. The independence of the first Black Republic created hope and faith in those that did not believe it could be achieved, and it marked the beginning for other countries to follow. We have made substantial investments in Haiti as a part of the expansion of our Voyager-class series of cruise ships. We always believed in Haiti's future, and as proof of our confidence, we invested in the country even during turbulent times. In the past few years, Royal Caribbean International was by far the largest investor in the country, with close to $20 million invested during a time when most multinational corporations have shunned Haiti. As a result, today we are the largest employer in the north of Haiti, with close to 1,000 people benefiting directly from the Labadie site operations, including 300 employees and hundreds of other contractors and retailers. We are also one of the main tax contributors to the state treasury, with close to $3 million in taxes paid last year. I would like to once again tell you how pleased Royal Caribbean International is in welcoming you aboard the Navigator of the Seas. We wish all of you a pleasant and memorable day in Haiti and an enjoyable cruise on board our ship.
Right. I'd like to also say that Lisa Letton-Perlo, who is the Vice President of Royal Caribbean, I don't remember her whole title, but she's here. Would you please acknowledge her? Now we have to move relatively rapidly because we have a lot to cover in a very short period of time, because when you look at your schedule, you know, we have a VIP reception scheduled, and then there's dinner, and then there's music later, and whatever. So I want to turn to one of the key people who have been working on this for so long to give a welcome on the behalf of the Haiti Support Project. Would you please welcome Mary France Daniels.
How y'all doing? Oh, we're going to have a good time. I want to say I talked to probably at least half of y'all on the phone. At least half of y'all. All right? Now, we still may have some kinks to get out, so if there's any little thing, you just look for me, call me. I'm in room 1336. All right? Because I know there's some people that may have some problems. Maybe we got a room change or something. So just, that's where I am. Okay, so 1336, that's me. If you have anything that needs to be solved that hasn't gotten taken care of. Because this was a huge initiative. Huge. Okay? And there's a few of us who were working on it. This beautiful African princess up here. This is my right arm right here. Miss Mirtha Roy. Okay? Now half of y'all in here talk to her on the phone. Right? All right. These are the two ladies and some other ladies from Oklahoma. I don't know if they're here. Peggy Reed just standing over there on the door. I mean, these are the few, like my husband said, the bad sisters. And we all know sisters are bad, right? Sisters are bad. He said when God made the woman, he stopped because they couldn't make nothing no better than us. All right? Y'all agree with that? that, right? How many of you men agree with that? Okay. So, I really want to thank all of you for being here. I want you to have a wonderful time. And we are really, really going to celebrate together. I hope this is the beginning of a wonderful relationship, because I've already felt like a lot of you are already my family, okay? We're brothers and sisters, and we're going to do this together. And hopefully, because this won't be the last time, it may be the last time we do a cruise, because I don't know about this. But we're going to be going back and forth to Haiti. That's what we're working on. We're going to be going back and forth to Haiti, no matter what this looks like. We're going to be going back and forth to Haiti, okay? We're gonna help them folks make Haiti as important as all these other Caribbean islands, okay? We're gonna do this together. We're sending a message right now by being here, okay? People gonna have to take notice of this, and it's just the beginning. We're gonna work to help Haiti come from where they are, because there's no reason for this country to be poor. There's no reason for this. There's no reason for this, okay? So those of us who are African Americans, we're gonna help our brothers and sisters in Haiti, and that's what this cruise is all about. I'm not going to say anything else except that I'm going to have to, there may be some more glitches, because I really haven't even had time to do a dining room pattern. Now, I don't want y'all getting upset tomorrow if I tell you can't sit where you sit tonight. Now, don't even go there, because there's some things that haven't been completed. I'm going to try to run out in a little while, and I haven't eaten all day. I ain't saying that for y'all to feel sorry for me, but I still have a lot of work to do, because I have to work on the dining room pattern that I haven't done yet. Okay, this is how it's been, nonstop. So if I don't get everything finished, things may be a little different tomorrow than they are today. I want you all to go roll with me, all right? Just be understanding, because I really don't know. I don't want somebody to go tomorrow and try to beat somebody else because they sit at their table. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so we have to get those things done. Before you leave, I'm going to give you, everybody's going to have a badge to show who you are. Later on, we'll talk about some t-shirts, because we want to sell these t-shirts, because that money is helping our Haitian children and brothers and sisters. So there's some other things we have to do, and we'll talk about it. But before you leave here today, I'm going to give you the badges. Those of you who are VIPs, make some noise, VIPs. Y'all know who you are. Okay. Our VIP persons are the first, we will look for the first 500 people to give us $500, because we couldn't do this. And the first 500 people who stepped up with $500, those are our VIPs. And we have a Tucson Louverture badge that has a picture of Tucson Louverture on the VIP badge. So they're going to be walking around here thinking they're cute. Y'all just got to ignore them, all right? Just ignore them, because I'm telling you right now, because that one up here on the front row, she's been talking about she a VIP for 6 months already. All right, so we'll try to think of the system, how we can get the badges through. I have to pull out the VIPs, because you all know your badges are different, okay? And basically, I think that's all I want to say. I just want to tell you some of the stuff that we have to do. So we'll try to do that today. And we'll probably have another time for collecting materials. We'll have to put it all together. We're not sure yet. So that's it. I'm glad y'all here. I love you. We're going to have a wonderful time.
Okay, there's several things that I need to try to go through. Do we have copies of the HSP statement on the sort of the direction and course of the cruise? If so, we need to get those. We need to get those passed out. And we do need to find a way to get the badges out to people. We want everybody to have a badge. Everybody will have a badge, because that's your entry into all the activities. There are only 2 events that are open to the public, so to speak. We're going to be showing the film The Agronomist by Jonathan Demme. It's about the life of Jean Dominique, a legendary and extraordinary Haitian journalist and activist, if you will. And then the last night, there's going to be a pool party that's kind of open. Everything else is just for our group. And so you have to have a badge in order to get in and out. I want to say a bit about, we sent a letter out. I don't know whether everybody got a copy of it, because we had to do it very, very fast, about the nature of what we can do and what we hope to do while we're on this cruise. And this is an important thing I want you to listen to. We had envisioned being able to do tours to the Citadel and to the Sanssouci Palace as an integral part of what we want to do. It's a very, very delicate time in Haiti, because once we started this cruise, it was the bicentennial. There may be issues and problems in Haiti, but we all know in February there was a major disaster that took place in terms of an insurrection and the ousting of the first democratically elected president in the history of Haiti. Now, whether one liked or disliked Aristide is not the issue. The point is that the United States government played a leading role in this process. There was some question as to, well, let me put it another way. We never really questioned whether we should continue with the cruise, because we saw it as an important cultural and historical legacy that would be to the advantage of all of the Haitian people. We did not want to see it tied to any political party, any government, or anything like that. We had received certain commitments from the previous government. Many of you know Minister Leslie Voltaire and others about fixing the roads, the transportation, things like that, which were necessary for us to be able to go to the Citadel and the Sanssouci Palace. Now, as we proceeded to move forward with this process, the only way that we could, in fact, move forward, particularly after we went and looked at the road between Labradee and Cape Haitian, which was a disaster, you could not get out of there, was to ask the interim administration to honor the previous commitments that had been made in order to do all the things that were necessary to enable us to do all we had hoped to do in relationship to cruising into history. Again, it is a very highly politically charged atmosphere. There are two things that we were concerned about. One was security. So my responsibility as the captain of the ship, so to speak, is to work to make sure that we have safety and security for everybody here. Your safety is first, is paramount. We don't want anything to happen to anyone. And so, whether I agreed or disagreed with what the United States did, and there are often times we travel in the world, if we get into trouble, we know to do what? Call on the U.S. Embassy. Why? Because we pay taxes, and in, whether we like this administration or that one, it is their responsibility to see to it that we are protected. So I approached the ambassador and asked him to make sure as best he could that if when we came, that we would be afforded protection. Asked him to come and be there on that day, because if we know anything, the ambassador is not going to travel without packing. That is to say, they are going to make sure he's protected. If he's protected, we're protected. All right. We pushed hard to get things done. We met with many, many, many community groups and grassroots groups and so forth to try to get things moving. However, there are a couple of difficulties. One, in moving this process forward, we had many people who were with us, many people, I won't mention them all, who had worked with us, whom we actually did not consult. And this was not deliberate, this was not a slight, it's just that we're pushing hard. People in New York, you know how we were meeting and pushing, and this is a huge undertaking. I mean, this is, the hardest thing I've ever worked on. And I worked on, if you could be deputy campaign for Jesse Lewis Jackson, as difficult as that is, that's tough. But this is even tougher than that. And so it came to our attention really that people were saying that there was an appearance that what we were doing was giving legitimacy to this current administration, and that it was being used to propagandize its position. And this was very strongly stated. And so we had to take that into account, plus some changes that occurred, as I mentioned in the letter. There was some discussion about the rebels massing in the north, and there was some discussion about maybe a police strike on the 16th of this month, which is coming up. These two factors had us to reconsider what it is that we should and ought to do. And let me just say, the most important consideration was not necessarily the security situation, because I felt that that was resolved. What we had to face as a moral and ethical decision was the question of, can we, in this current climate, and given the fact that our moving forward might have been in contradiction to some other people's feelings about that. That's one important thing, because we have to respect everybody's feelings, particularly when you're dealing with high-profile people who are global in their reach and their stature. Secondly, and equally important, was the actual demand that we not do anything that would undermine the process of democracy. As a result of that, we took a decision that we should not do anything that would in any way seem complicitous with or as an endorsement of this current administration, which was installed really by the U.S. government. Now, that was a change of course, for which I hold and take responsibility, because we could have canceled the cruise, though really it was not practical to cancel the cruise. There were contracts and everything. It really wasn't. You couldn't really cancel the cruise, but we could have considered that as an option. But in moving forward, we might have considered other ways, but there was really no other way. And frankly, for all of the, and I'm not saying this disparagingly, the Labadee complex is a beautiful complex. But there are some feelings in the Haitian community yet that have to be assuaged and whatever. And some of you remember a few years ago we had some little difficulties, which I wrote about, that people keep reminding me about. And I would not have started this session with this welcome from Royal Caribbean if Royal Caribbean had not done a tremendous job in working with us, including last minute everything. You know we can be last minute with everything. And had it been me, frankly, I would not have done it. So they have done a good job. But we really didn't want to just stay in Labadee. That was not our initial purpose and our initial goal. But we've taken a decision that we hope you will understand and support us in, that rather than go into the country where we would have to depend upon government security, government transportation, and government support, and interact and interface with government officials, that so there can be no misunderstanding about what our intent is, because that was never our intent. It was never our intent to endorse the Aristide government, for that matter, or this government. And there's a problem with this government because one was democratically elected, this one was installed. So it's not the same thing. There's an imbalance here. There's an inequality here. So we've decided to confine our activities to Labadee, where we will be met by people from various community groups, school teachers, school children. There will be performances that will take place there during the course of the day while we're there. This is where we'll have an opportunity to share our gifts that we brought for the Haitian school children and whatever while we're there. And that is the place where we'll have an opportunity to connect with the Haitian people and do it in a way that does not in any way, in this very complex and difficult situation, undermine or have us appear to be in complicity with what happened. Now that's a very, very difficult and devastating decision on a couple of accounts. One, because obviously we all have great expectations about what it is that we want to do. Now, we're going to have a great program on this year. We'll talk about that. You're going to be welcome tomorrow in Nassau. You're going to be welcome in St. Thomas, because this is a very historic undertaking. But obviously, the climax, the high point, was our visit, to Haiti. The other part of it is there were a lot of people who were very excited, also, who were very disappointed that we will not be able to go to the Citadel and to these places. This is something we have to consider. And we have to work on in the future, because a lot of people are disappointed. But the world is a very complex place. And the middle of these circumstances require difficult and courageous decisions. And in the middle of this, it seemed to me, as we discussed with the pro-democracy movement, and we discussed with people who were bringing the grievances, and as we brought other people into the conversation who have worked with us on this initiative from the very beginning, and who themselves felt very uncomfortable with the way in which we had proceeded, it appeared that the best decision that could be made in the interest of the Haitian people was that we take this decision. We can talk about it more as we proceed, because time will not allow us for a full sort of discussion about it tonight. But certainly, you're hearing us, hopefully. Tomorrow, perhaps, we can take some time, either before or after, probably after the religious service, to maybe block a period of time where we can take questions and answers. I know that some people have come with special tributes. We have one sister here from Indiana who's brought some earth that she had hoped would be deposited at the Citadel. We can find ways and means of seeing whether or not we can facilitate that in some way. So we want to spend some time tomorrow with people so we can talk about it, engage the conversation in hopes of at least gaining your understanding of why we have arrived at this particular point. And really, I don't have time today because we have to move on for a lot of questions and answers, but I've got to share that with you. And then tomorrow we can have a time after the religious service, perhaps, for people who have questions, or all of you who may have questions, to talk about it. I'm responsible, no one else, in terms of this decision. And I have to take the consequences for this decision in terms of having to navigate through some very complex waters, and perhaps have made some misjudgments, and perhaps not having moved to more widely pull more people into the process in terms of making the decision to move forward and not to move forward. It was my sense that we wanted to move forward and to push forward vigorously, and that it would be worthwhile to do so. So again, tomorrow we want to have a time in which we can talk about that in greater detail. We got some more housekeeping details we need to move on to. And please accept that in the spirit in which it was presented. You have your schedule, program schedule. Do we have extras? Does everybody have one? No. Okay, well, we'll get one to you because this is your guide.
Dinner time.
By dinner time, she'll have them to you, so everybody will have one. There may be some changes, but in broad terms, this is how we're going to proceed. Let me suggest to you that tomorrow there will be a very special session when we get to Nassau, which you see on the schedule. We have not organized the logistics for that. Hopefully by dinner we will figure out whether we can all gather somewhere so we can get off the ship together. So I don't know, Wayne, where's Wayne Thompson? We got to give Wayne Thompson a big, this brother is the
Tell Wayne to come in here, right
this
now.
brother is,
This is the man, these two men right here. Where's Wayne? Tell Wayne to get himself in here. Right now.
this brother is Mr. Fix It, Mr. Get It Done. He is an extraordinary person. Wayne, give him, please, give it up for Wayne Thompson. Wayne Thompson, this brother is amazing. So anyway, Wayne, I'm just laying another issue that we haven't resolved in terms of the welcome ceremony in Nassau tomorrow, in the sense of where we should ask people to gather in a way that allows us to get off the ship expeditiously. Let me just say briefly what's going to happen is, and I'm a little concerned about the weather report that the captain laid out, because we have to walk about 10 minutes. It's being held in the Hilton Hotel. They're going to give us a Bahamian continental breakfast as a part of it, and there'll be we're going to be welcomed by the Minister of Tourism from the Bahamas. Susan Taylor is going to be facilitating a presentation that Danny's going to make tomorrow, and whatever. So we want to be early off the ship so we can take a short period of time, because we don't want to work you to death. We don't want to educate you to death. We want you to be able to go to the straw market. We want you to be able to go around and do a little shopping and that kind of stuff. So we're just asking you for about an hour to an hour and a half of your time to begin, and then you'll still have some time left over, plenty of time left over to move forward. So that's tomorrow morning. We have to work on that. Now, tomorrow afternoon, you'll see when you get back on the ship, we begin our educational symposiums from 2:30 to 4:30. But these are all optional. You don't have to come, if you don't want to. But we hope you will come. And some of you remember Bill Cosby's statements have been kind of controversial out there. Well, we're going to have a one-woman play about the 50th anniversary of Brown versus Board of Education, and then we're going to have a panel discussion. Some of you are hearing for the first time that you've been drafted, because when we have capable, able people, I just draft you. I know that Reverend Willie Wilson don't need no preparation. We just ask him to do it. Malika Sanders, Dr. Carol Lee, Regent Adelaide Sanford, Sandra Beasley, who's been on us with several of these cruises. Hope Sanders with us, and we hope that she will participate. Malika Sanders and Mark Moriel, the President and Chief Executive Officer of the Urban League, is going to moderate. And then we're going to have the blessing of the pilgrimage in the afternoon from 5:30 to 7:30 tomorrow evening. We also have some films that are going to be shown, and they'll be in the screening room. I know one of them is about Cuba, and one of them is about Haiti. And then we have a special video about the life of Mark Aristide, which we'll talk about later. He's the brother who worked very closely with us, who was killed in a very tragic accident in Washington, D.C. Recently. We will tell you when we want to collect the Education for Liberation kits. We want to do that, but tonight is not the time, because we got to figure out, when to do it. No, people know what they brought. They can come back and retrieve it, and then we'll figure out, because we don't know where to put it yet. So we'll figure that out. Now, we need 2 groups of people to meet with us tonight after dinner. These are people who are some of our resource people. I'm going to read their names off real quickly in just a moment. But also all pastors, all the pastors. And Reverend Tyrone Pitts, are you here? He's the General Secretary of the Progressive National Baptist Convention. Give him a hand. We need all the pastors and anybody who wants to participate in the religious service tomorrow to meet us right after dinner. I assume that we can use this space. I assume this space is available to us at all times. So that's one meeting we need to have. And we're going to need all of the resource people. All the resource people. And I'm going to read the names off in a minute. Because if I read your name, that means you've been drafted to do something. And you need to know what it is you're supposed to do. We need them to also meet us here just briefly. Now also tonight, if you got any energy left, we got some people called the Faces of Haiti who say they're going to rock the ship tonight. And the band is, Jean-Jean, you got to help me, because I got to get my Creole together. Boulot and Azur. Is that right? Is that close? Jean-Jean, where's Jean-Jean at? Jean-Jean Pierre is our musical director, our genius in residence. He's one of the baddest brothers I know. I'm so honored to be able to know Jean-Jean Pierre. So they're going to be playing. I need Bonnie Murphy, because we're going to do a little disco thing. And so, Bonnie, you got to help with the disco piece, and you also got to help with the technical piece, because I know Jean-Jean got to figure out how to even get that together yet, because he probably hasn't even seen the room where he's playing tonight. So we got to get all that hooked up. But it's going to all work out in the end. It's going to all work out. It'll work out, we hope, very, very, very positively. I think that's all the announcements I have. I'm going to read these names quickly. If you hear your name, that means please come and get one of these packets.
Wait. Is Tiffany, Farron, are my granddaughters here? They left already? Oh, shoot. I meant to tell them to stay.
You need some volunteers to run
I'll
them?
let them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can hold your hand, they'll run it to you. Sandra Beasley. I see Joe Beasley take twice, because she's the better half. Ron Chisholm.
Ron, where are you?
Congressman John Condors is not here yet, but he'll join us in San Juan. Miss Catherine Dunham. Let's give Catherine Dunham a hand, even though she ain't here. Where's one of her assistants is here? Will you please stand, representing Catherine Dunham? Please just stand up so we can just say hello to you. Thank you so much for being with us. Leonard Johnston.
Lenny, where are you?
Jemadari Kamara, doctor that is.
Okay.
Reverend Dr. Major Jemison will come later. He'll join us in St. Thomas. Dr. Carol Lee. She's here. There she is.
Okay.
Hakeem Adabudi. All right. Let's give that dynamic duo a big round of applause. All right. All right. Barbara Major. It won't last long now. Jean-Claude Martineau. Bad brother, Jean-Claude Martineau. L. Londell McMillan. L. Londell McMillan. He's a bad brother sitting back there with them shades. That's Prince's business partner. Bad brother. Trained by Adlai Stanford and James Turner. I hope you don't mind me saying that. The Honorable Mark Morial, President and Chief Executive Officer of the Urban League. Dr. Gilbert Parks. Jean Pierre. Reverend Dr. Tyrone Pitts. Reverend Justice Reeves. Carl and Faye Rodney of the Curb News. Y'all know them from New York, right? Yep. They'll be joining us in San Juan. Wayne Thompson. Even he got an assignment. Susan Taylor, is she in the room? Is Susan here? Oh, Lord, Susan Taylor, stand up. All right. And her husband, whose name I'm blanking on, he'll kill me. Heifer. Y'all stand up. Y'all can't sit down. Y'all have to stand up. Let's rise up and just. All right. Dennis Raheem Watson. Dennis Raheem Watson. We all just saw him. Let's give Dennis another round of applause. One of the baddest preachers in America, the Right Reverend Willie Wilson from the Union Temple Baptist Church. He's in the house. All right, he's back there in the back. Sitting back there on the back row. But is that everybody? That's all. Okay, that's everybody. All right. Okay. So now, for the rest of the evening, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry, boss. You. Okay. Wayne, or somebody we have a section of the dining room, and Wayne was explaining it to me, but my attention was split. We have our own section in the dining room. And Wayne has the information, and he will tell us where it is tonight. It's a little bit late because it's going to be 9 o'clock because there's some other activities that will be taking place. So I'm waiting for Wayne to show back up. In the meantime, let me just say where these other activities are. Take your program out or give me a program so I can just talk reference where the programs are for this evening. It'll take a while for you to just look at the charts and everything. You'll figure your way around. Can I see your program for a minute? I know our dinner it's in the Cupola, is that Cupola? Cupola dining room, but there's a special section there. It's deck 4, I'm told. And that's for deck 4 of the Cupola dining room. Now, there's something called the Exapa Lounge. So just look at the people who are the Toussaint Louverture VIP folks. And you have a special badge that has Toussaint Louverture on it. So, and you can come get your badge. So you know who you are, or she'll figure that out. And so you can come and get those badges, and that'll be in the Exapa Lounge. So just look on the deal. What? Exapa, whatever. All right. I'll get all my multilingual stuff together. It's kind of, I'm too old now to get all my, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna learn Creole. That's my next project. And then tonight, we're in Studio B. We're going to be in Studio B, so just check out the layout. It's a nice facility. We got plenty of space. Etta Dixon will dance. Where's Etta at? Etta Dixon, I won't tell her age, but Etta will dance you in the flow tonight, so we're going to have a really, really good time. We're going to get on. And I need Bonnie Murphy to help be the DJ tonight, and we're going to drag people to do some other things. So I'm going to turn it back to the boss for a second before I make final remarks so she can give you these instructions.
Okay, we have the dining room is on the 4th deck. Okay, so that's where we'll go. The tables will have the Haitian blue and red flags on them, and they said American flags, but we won't talk about that. So there's a section that's set aside for us, so we'll work through that as best we can. But that definitely, you'll see the Haitian flags on the table, and I haven't put names there yet, but that's set up in that way. With the names that my husband just called off, those persons will not take a tag because you're going to get a different tag. You are our presenters. Our presenters have a different tag. Our first 500 people who signed up get their Toussaint Louverture tag. So I'm going to have the the Toussaint Louverture people on this side of the table, and the presenters over here. Everybody else, if you're not a presenter or a Toussaint Louverture person, you know you paid $500 before August 30th. That's who you are. If you didn't pay $500 before August 30th, don't come on this side of the table. Okay? Everybody else, your tag is, you just come up and get a tag. Okay, so everybody who is not a presenter or a Toussaint Louverture person, you come over here, all you gotta do is just take one off the table. That's all you gotta do. I don't even have to work that in, because somebody will be there to help you, but basically, they're right here. Our Toussaint Louverture people and our presenters will get their tags over here. That's how we'll do it. So everybody, when you leave here, you should still have a tag. Okay, and I think that's all I needed to say.
And let me just say one other.
Wait, excuse me, what's the question? Wait.
The August you're talking about is 2003.
August 2003. Yes.
Right. We've been working on this a long time. These are the people who got us up and going at the very beginning. There's about 100 of you in this room who are Toussaint Louverture. Now, let me just say, shh. All of the presenters. I'm told that and tomorrow morning, and we'll say this again at dinner, we'll pass the word around, between 7:30, now let me just say that, at 7:30, at Studio B, which is where we're going to be tonight for the dance party, right, Wayne? I think that's what it is. That's where we're gathered tomorrow at 7:30, which means we'll all be together so we can go off together. And we all need to sort of help each other together, because we're gonna walk nice and slow, and we'll help each other and as a family to make sure that this happens, okay, tomorrow morning. Now, all of the presenters who will come on this side, you two will be a part of the VIP reception. All of the presenters, and there may even be some extras that I can't remember now because we have a list of folk, but you also will be a part of that, the reception this evening. And I wish I could read the list, but I don't have the list in front of me, because it's not just the presenters, there's a few other people who are a part of that also. But just roll with us, ride with us, and hopefully don't get your feelings bruised, because it's not intentional. We'll get everything all straightened out very, very shortly. So now, we want to be able to get people released so they can go do other things. How many people here on a cruise for the first time? Raise your hand. How you like it so far? Let me say this as a matter of philosophy. We work hard. Many who are activists and so, we work real hard. I ran for mayor of the city of Youngstown in 1977. And I learned a valuable lesson, because that's a part of what I'm trying to do at this stage of my life. I was trying to raise money. The biggest fundraiser I had was for taking 2 buses of people from Youngstown, Ohio to New York to see For Colored Girls. At that time, we probably charged $150. $50 of which came to me from my campaign as running for mayor of Youngstown as an independent candidate, and my campaign manager, Dr. Jemadar Kamar, who still hasn't been paid, is back there in the back. But what I learned from that was, if I had gone to each of those persons and said, give me $50, they may not have done it. But what we did was combine a cultural activity with it that was relevant to black people, and people were down with the proposition. The other thing is, we want to have the State of the Black World cruises, State of the Black World conferences, where you can cruise and enjoy yourself and have a little rest and relaxation, but still have relevant conversation. Not too heavy, and we think that's a good thing for us to do as black people also. We're going to have a health symposium. You'll be talking about that, because we need that also for our mental health here in these United States of America, given what we have to face. So everybody give yourself a big round.
Dr. Barbara Wheeler is also having some tours. Barbara, are you in here? Okay, Dr. Barbara Wheeler was there. She's doing tours. Barbara Wheeler, stand up. Okay, Dr. Barbara Wheeler is having tours. She's got her own African tours put together for each of the islands. So you guys can see her if you're interested, and she can tell you more about the tour. Because when you're on the cruise, they have all these tours that RCL puts together their tours. Well, we got a sister who put together her tour, so you can check it out too, okay? Alrighty? So just check her out.
In fact, all the people from King College, please stand. All the King College, y'all holler, just give them a shout out. These young students from King College and others, give them a shout out. Okay, all right, so.
Okay, the following people: Ron Daniels, Mark Mariel, Danny Glover, Catherine Dunham, Susan Taylor, Congressman John Conyers, C. Dolores Tucker, Reverend Jameson, Reverend Cecilia Williams Bryan, Haki Matabuti, Sonia No. I was thinking about Haki's wife.
Dr. Carol Lee.
No, her other name, her real name.
Dr. Carol Lee.
Okay, Mrs. Matabuti. Okay. Senator Hank Sanders and Mrs. Rose Sanders, Representative Opio Torre, Councilwoman Joanne Watson, our regent, our deputy vice chancellor from State of University of New York, Adelaide Sanford.
Is she in the house?
Yes, she is. She's back there.
No. We have to give her a special shout out. We need Adelaide Sanford. Where's she at? Come on. All right.
Carl and Mrs. Rodney, Barbara Wheeler, Rose Sanders, I said, Dr. Gilbert Parks, Reverend Willie Wilson, Reverend John Hearn, Reverend Phyllis Scott, Joe Beasley, Ed Davis, Dr. Jemadari Kamara, Mr. M. Tumishi and his wonderful wife, Ron Chisholm, Reverend Tyrone Pitts, Reverend Justice Reeves, Mr. Leonard Dustin and his better part, and Reverend Thomas Smith, Dr. Barbara Justice, Malika Sanders, Dennis Raheem Watson, Dr. Gwen Patton, Miss Benny Ivy, and Mr. Kenneth King. We want to see you on this side after the meeting, okay? And everybody else will have their badges over here because those are our people, presenters or whatever, so we'll talk to you over this side, okay?
What time is that dinner on the 4th floor tonight?
It's 9 o'clock.
At 9 o'clock?
9 o'clock. And let me just say this real quick. You don't ever have to go to the dining room unless you want to. There are other eating spaces always if you don't choose to go. You can go, there are other spaces on the 10th floor, for example. You can just pass up. In fact, for breakfast, I never go in the dining room for breakfast. I just go on the 10th floor, the other spaces. Read through your information, you'll find it out. There's more food here than you can ever. In fact, you're going to have to exercise to keep yourself in shape because there's food forever. So you don't have to go to dinner if you want. There'll be 2 nights in which you can dress up and get fancy if you want to in African attire, or if you choose to, in fact, just, like slip into the European thing, you can also, whatever your preference is. So you have plenty of options. Okay, we don't want to hold you up too long. Are there any more announcements?
Yes. It'd be easier if some people just got the badges or whatever and just pass them out to people and then instead of getting in line. We could pass them out.
Okay, because we could. I was thinking that people could do on each row and let people just hand them down because these are these are all regular. So actually, you could just take them and just let people pass them down on each row.
People who want to see Dr. Wheeler can come see her here if you want to get some information about that.
I just need to make one little statement about it. I thank all of you for the interest, and you need to know we had put together these tours for my students at Kane, and we have 29 people who are here. But we have only 11 spots for Nassau. We have 27 for St. Thomas and 20 for San Juan, extra, other than ours. So some of you had already called me, and of course you're first on the list. But I just needed to let you know that we can't handle all of this, okay?
Right, okay, well, it's first come, first served. Don't create a panic, but we'll just work it out. All right, because that's an addition. Now, let me just say something else. We are not going to be selling T-shirts. We're going to make, for making contributions, which we'll do later. We're going to make an appeal around some contributions, and we'll give you a T-shirt in exchange for same. So there are rules about that on this ship, so we ought to be clear that people understand that. All right, let's give ourselves a big Harambe. Y'all know that? Harambe! 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 All right, give yourself a big round of applause. All right.
That side, go over there and get yours. Everybody sit down, I'll call your name. Right.
right here. Ida and Ida Edwards. Stuart Edwards. You're here, two Edwards. Kingsley Etienne. Kingsley Etienne. Ida and Stuart Kingsley. Both Edwards. Emmanuel. Govan. Emmanuel Govan. Gordon Cagnolati. Gordon Cagnolati. Amanifu. Dr. Amanifu Harvey. Sir Parisian. Barbara Major. Barbara Major. Gladys Dunstan. Barbara Major. Gladys Dunstan. Elliot Jordan. Elliot Jordan. Blondell Walcott. Blondell Walcott. Everybody else whose name I called, I don't want you all to leave yet because I still like to talk to you. Rose Lee. Rosa Lee. Sadie Isaac. Catherine Leonard. It's stuff. Carl Paul Noel. Carl Paul Noel. Richard Gillespie. Richard Gillespie. Don't go anywhere. Marie Nathan. Joyce Wedger, Nathan and Marie.
Still need Edwards.
What Edwards? Ida Edwards. No,
They came up, they must have got somebody else to put them together.
Faith Walcott. Mrs. Walcott. Faith, where are you? Here's yours. I had already called you, Catherine. No, I called you. Somebody was recording this. No, somebody.
Take that amendment. I have for somebody else.
Ernest Ely. Ernest Ely. Shelley Bruce Roberts. Shelley, where are you? Shelley Roberts. Antonio Dixon. Antonio Dixon. Where? You got it. You got it. Diane Harris, are you here? Diane Harris. I know. Okay.
Did you say Edison?
No, I didn't. Viola Jordan. Viola Jordan. Okay, you know what? I'm going to stop again. Y'all are smothering us. You got to stand back. We're not going to do it unless you stand back. Viola Jordan. I call your name. Somebody else here will bring it to you. Raise your hand and we'll get it to you. Okay. Shirley Braxton. Rose Isaac.
Might be coming down. I know. They want to get down. Actually, stuff gets down. That's what it's all about.
Marie Freebie. Raise your hand. Somebody get it to you. Marie Freebie.
They need us.
Yvonne Jolie.
Don't bring it out.
Yeah, he does. Eugene Isaac. Eugene Isaac. Marie. Oh, yeah. Marsha Barber.
Catherine Leonard, you get yours? Catherine Leonard, you got yours? Where's Catherine? Did you get yours? Okay. Yvonne Simon. Reynolds Isaac.
Up there, in front of them, it'll be all right.
Jacqueline French. Marina Jolie. Marina Jolie. Rose Sanders.
I think I just turned to be the A.
Doreen Nash.
That's all. Do a test with you.
Edward Ward. Sarah Mackey. Edward Ward. Sarah.
What's up, sir?
Danielle Antoine. Eva and Nick Wilson. Eva and Nick Wilson. She's somewhere. Gregory Rose Brazil. Rose Brazil, where are you? That's what Leon Campbell. Evelyn Whitman.
That was too big of a smile. You're a serious Haitian, but you're work on Haiti face.
But now you can go.
Cabs are down here, but if you want to walk, just follow the crowd. Don't look for me.
I believe
celebration had opening like this been at the pearly gates. And because, as we say in the Bahamas, everybody wants to go to heaven, but no one wants to die. We are exposing you to what pearly gates could sound like. We want to indeed thank all of you for being here, and we're going to continue the music just for you. Now, before we go any further, as is traditional in the Bahamas, we must give thanks and give blessings. And therefore, we'd like to have Justice Reeves, who will come and give the invocation and bless the food. I'm sure that all of you quietly bless your own food. He's going to do it officially. Thank you.
You gotta let people know what you're doing, or else they're not going to give you change, and then it's going to give you.
We were blessed that what we did hard work and commitment to lift the broken hopes and shattered dreams of the people of Haiti. We pray, God, as we travel on, that you would be with us. Be present with us in everything we do and in everything we say. And we ask you, God, that at the end we will hear you say to us, well done. This is our prayer, we pray. Let the people of God say, amen.
What if God is? What if God is? Is he highway? What if God is? Is he highway? Is he highway? What if God is unhappy with our praise? What if he is not pleased with the words we say? What if he takes away his love and his spirit from above? What if God is unhappy with our praise? Is he highway? Is he highway? Is he highway? He's great, he's great, he's great, he's great, he's great, he's great. Omnipotent is great, our Lord. He's great, he's great, he's great, he's great, he's great, he's great. Omnipotent is great, our Lord. Is he highway? Is he highway? Is he highway? We must change the way we walk. We must change the way we talk. We must live a life that's pleasing to our King. We must read God's holy word and let His praises be heard. Lord, up you please. Lord, up you please. Lord, up you please. Lord, up you please with our praise. Amen. Amen. Amen, 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 amen,
like having church this morning. You've just been treated to the wonderful sounds of harmonious praise. They are Adventists.
Amen.
And this morning when they came out and they were told what it's all about, they say, we got a few things for them. So thank you for being so responsive. They've traveled throughout the United States and they need to come to New York, so I leave that to Ron. We just want to recognize the St. Julians because they promised Minister to buy us dinner. I don't know if they know that because they're not going to be here for dinner. They said that they'll cover dinner. We just want to say hello to the St. Julians. Also to a wonderful lady, Mary Peterson, who used to live in Atlanta and she's now up in, I believe, Virginia, and she's almost retired now. She's living off her holdings. We like to say hello. It's nice to be reacquainted with the Bahamas again. Ladies and gentlemen, you're all being here in this room today is because of the leadership and the tourism, I want to say charm. He has that naturally. The wisdom, he has that in abundance. And leadership, he has all of us following him, and we're delighted to. Ladies and gentlemen, the person who is leading the Bahamas' tourism charge in the world today, the person who's saying to all of us here in the Bahamas that we can and will do more, the person who's saying that we are committed and will show the world that we are the best at hospitality. Ladies and gentlemen, I wish to introduce to you the Honorable Obi Wilscombe, Minister of Tourism.
We thank my brother Alpha Mabu very much for very kind words on this Sunday morning. Let me also say good morning to you. Good morning. And let me say you are formally welcome to the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. We are particularly pleased to have you in our midst today so that we can show you who we are as a people. We can show you that we are a people very proud of ourselves, that we have over the last 31 years of our independence, we've been able to nurture a wonderful country and take full advantage of the opportunities given to us by our Maker. Which is why on every occasion we take the time to give thanks. We take the time to expose our visitors to our belief in the Christian values. Right. If you read our Constitution, you would see that it's enshrined, that we believe, and that we abide by the Christian principles. And if you listen to the words of our national anthem, particularly our last sentence in that anthem, may the road you trod lead unto your God. It's about the way you live. It's about what you do, not what you say. Right. And that is why I am very proud to be with you today as a member of a government led by the Honorable Perry Christie, who has a social conscience. Our social philosophy has been to wipe the tear from every eye. And along the way, we've been able to do that for our country that has 31 inhabited islands, stretch over 100,000 miles. And we have had to do so just relying on what God gave us, our tourism. We don't have income tax, but we've been able to build the third largest economy in the Western world, and that is Bahamas. I'd also like you to know that we were so very pleased to be in Haiti in January this year for the celebrations. We're happy to see Mr. Glover in the wonderful depiction of the history of Haiti. A history that we all appreciate, that has been mired with difficulties, but yet a history that we must still celebrate because they did lead the way. Throughout our country, you will find that we have many of our Haitian brothers and sisters, many who have come here in search of better opportunities. They have come on rickety boats. They have come looking for a new start. And they have been, for the most part, embraced. They have been able to determine new lives, and we have been able to work with them. And in truth, the Haitians, brothers and sisters, have impacted the socioeconomic and political development of our Commonwealth. And so they are our brothers, and they are our sisters, and we treat them as such. And so your project, we applaud. We applaud because it's more than just words. I'm very concerned often when I hear those who talk about the countries of the Caribbean, in particular Haiti, only when there seems to be strife. But after the strife, we forget. But what you are doing, you are actually putting your words into action. And so therefore, I wish to congratulate you, because no matter how much we talk, no matter what we say, the reality comes when we put something to that effort, and we help Haiti to lift itself, to allow the world to enjoy its wonderful culture and its wonderful heritage, and to recognize that it does have brothers and sisters who are impacting the world, and that that country deserves a fair and equitable opportunity. And so, I applaud you, and I formally welcome you here on behalf of the Honorable Prime Minister, Perry Christie, who today is in the Republic of China on an official visit. But he did meet Mr. Glover when we were in Haiti, and he extended an invitation to him to come. And you're here. And we're very pleased that you have come. And you brought so many with you. You're very good for tourism, sir. I wish to deputize you, Ambassador of Tourism. But tourism is our #1 industry. This year we'll welcome more than 5 million tourists to our country. And that's excellent for a country of 300,000. And when you come to our country, we want you to feel us, to taste our food, we want you to hear our music, and we want you to feel what's so important to us and our greatest asset, and that is the Bahamian people. And so today it's a special day for me. It's a special day for me to welcome you here, and I want to thank you for coming. And I want you to know that we're with you, our prayers are with you, and we support your efforts. And now, Mr. Glover, if you give me the opportunity, I'd like to make a presentation to you. Would you come and join me on stage? Sir, I'd like to present to you a collection of our coins, symbolizing the 25th anniversary of our country, our Silver Jubilee. That was so important because we came from a country that many did not believe. And we were able to make it and continue to build on all that God gave us. So, sir, I want you to enjoy this, and each time you look at it, please remember you share with us brotherhood. Share with us a heritage. We love you. Mr. Daniels? Daniels, I know that you must be going through tremendous nervous energy. I know to coordinate, to organize, to make it all happen, it takes a lot of work. But you've done a good job. And these people are so very happy. But your efforts have brought us closer together because we're all a part of the same diaspora.
Amen.
And you brought us all together, and we thank you for it. Please accept this on behalf of the people of Home.
Excuse me. Yeah.
Hurry. Hold on.
And finally, when you leave here, we don't have a difficulty if you take that message. That message that the world is becoming accustomed to and very familiar with. It's a wonderful message. It's the truth. It's very simple. It's better in the Bahamas. Thank you all very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give all three of our dignitaries a wonderful round of applause. Just now I heard a comment, a charming, beautiful lady said to me, why must the ship leave at 2 o'clock? And I said, please use your influence so they can stay overnight. Just now you had harmonious praise. And now, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to have a cappella, one of the finest cultural presenters in the Caribbean, most certainly in the Bahamas. They're called Dicey Doe Singers, and they've been together for 23 years. All of them are celebrating their birthdays today. We're also aware that this is Mr. Glover's first visit to the Bahamas, and in chatting with him, he was delighted to know that he's in the birthplace of Sir Sidney Poitier. Ladies and gentlemen, the Dicey Doe Singers.
Let church roll on, let church roll on, let church roll on, my Lord, let church roll on. If the people in the church and they don't do right, what must we do? Open the door and let them go, and let the church roll on. Lord, let the church roll on, my Lord, let the church roll on. Let the church roll on, my Lord, let the church roll on. If the deacon in the church and he don't do right, what must we do? Get him off the deacon board and let the church roll on. Lord, let the church roll on. Lord, let the church roll on. Let the church roll on, my Lord, let the church roll on. If the pastor in the church and he don't do right, what must we do? Pay him off and let him go. And let the church roll on. Lord, let the church roll on. Lord, let the church roll on. And let the church roll on, my Lord, let the church roll on. If the devil in the church, Lord, you know that he right. What must we do? Take your foot and kick him out and let the church roll on. I got a mother and she going to heaven, I know. And when she reached that kingdom, my mama gonna hold out her life for my Lord. Yes, mommy, hold up your life. Yes, mother, hold up your life. Yes, mama, hold up your life for my Lord. Hold up her life for my Lord. I got a father and he goes to heaven, I know. And when he reached that kingdom, my papa gonna hold up his life for my Lord. Yes, daddy, hold up your life. Yes, papa, hold up your life. Yes, papa, hold up your life for my Lord. Hold up his life for my Lord. Well, I got a and she's gone to heaven, I know. And when she reached that kingdom, my sister gonna hold out her life for my Lord. Yes, sister, hold up your life. Yes, sister, hold up your life. Yes, sis, hold up your life for my Lord. I know my sister, hold up your life for my Lord. Well, I got a brother and he's going to heaven, I know. And when he reached that kingdom, my brother gonna hold out his life for my Lord. Yes, Baba, hold out your life, yes, brother. Hold out your life, yes, brother. Hold out your life for my Lord. I know, my brother. Hold out his life for my Lord. Now, soprano, hold out your life now, alto. Hold out your life. Now, tenor, hold out your life for my Lord. Thank God I know this page will hold out his life for my Oh, if you ever needed the Lord before, you sure do need it now. Oh, you sure do need it now. Oh, you sure do need it now. If you ever needed the Lord before, you sure do need it now. We need it every day. If you ever needed the Lord before, you sure do need it now. Oh, you sure do need it now. Oh, you sure do need it now. If you ever needed the Lord before, you sure do need it now. We need it every day. The morning, what time y'all get in the morning? When the sun is shining on, if you ever needed the Lord before, you sure do need it now. Oh, you sure do need it now. Oh, you sure do need it now. If you ever needed the Lord before, you sure do need it now. We need it every day and every hour. You need it in the morning, you need it in the morning, yes, you need it in the morning, you need it in the night, yes, you need it in the night, yes, you need it in the night, you need it at the noontime, you need it at the noontime, you need it at the noontime. When the sun is shining bright, oh, if you ever needed the Lord before, you sure do need Him now. Oh, you sure do need Him now. Oh, you sure do need Him now. If you ever needed the Lord before, you sure do need Him now. We need Him every day and every hour. Oh, well, Ezekiel the wheel of the road. It was a great big wheel turning over. Ezekiel saw the wheel rolling when the middle of the year. God bless Ezekiel saw the wheel of the road. It was a great big wheel turning over. Ezekiel saw the wheel rolling when the middle of the year. Well, we call them to the Bible declare Ezekiel saw a wheel in the middle of the year. A great big wheel and a little bitty wheel. Turning up a wheel in the middle of the wheel. The good folks said that luck don't lie. God told Ezekiel to prophesy. My God, he spoke in Ezekiel's mind. He raised his voice, he began to cry. He cried, oh, bones are walking. Great God Almighty, the dry bones are talking. Bones, 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 listen to me. Bones and the Lord God, great God. You told me you put bone. I join together on the foot and the ankle bone. Join on your ankle and your leg bone. I join together on the leg and your knee bone. Join on your knee and your thigh bone. I join together on the thigh and the hip bone. Join on Ezekiel saw the wheel rolling. My Lord, it was turning over. Ezekiel saw the wheel rolling. Well, the middle of the red cold well, Ezekiel saw the wheel rolling. It was a great big wheel turning over. Ezekiel saw the wheel rolling. Well, the middle of the year. Well, God told Ezekiel to prophesy. He tried to do it, but he didn't know how. God sent a wind from the west to the east, struck his head and he struck his feet. He cried, oh, bones are walking. Great God Almighty, the dry bones are talking. Bones, 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 listen to me. Bones and the Lord God, but great God, your finger and your hand bone. I join together on the hand and your wrist bone. Join on the wrist and the arm bone. I join together on the arm and your bow bone. Join on your bow and your muscle bone. I join together on the muscle and your shoulder bone. Join on with the shoulder and the collarbone. I join together on the collar and the neck bone. Join on with the neck and your jawbone. I join together on the jaw and the skull bone. Join on Ezekiel saw the wheel rolling. My Lord, it was turning over. Ezekiel saw the wheel rolling away. Go where Ezekiel saw the wheel rolling. It was a great big wheel was turning over. Ezekiel saw the wheel rolling away in the middle of the year. Well, the jaw and the skull bone began to talk. The bone and the leg bone began to walk. And they all get together at God's command. Walking and talking like a natural man. Walking and talking like a walking and talking like walking and talking like hear the word of the Lord. Walking and talking like walking and talking
You're not gonna wear. Oh, the tie. There's a tie.
Man, the sun went down so fast a while ago.
Uh-huh.
You know. And if it don't look right, when you just check out a guy downstairs.
You need to take it off. I'm going to take it off then.
I thought this was supposed to go down, but I don't know. I thought personally it was supposed to just go like that.
No, that they tuck in. I mean, yeah.
Okay,
How does it work?
You look good. Yeah, man, you look good.
Get out of here.
You look good.
Trash.
You
No,
look
this
good.
thing has to come down.
That's what I thought, but they said no.
Okay.
So just
Take
put
it.
There's two ways you can do this.
Okay.
It's the first way and it's that second
Come
way.
on, brother.
So he can do either
Look at
or,
that.
right?
You've been all of this prom stuff and wedding stuff. Did you wear this junk?
Yeah, I had to, man. It made me. Like that.
All right, so you got it. You're straight.
Wayne Thompson.
No, Dwayne, you gotta stand still, my brother.
Got it. Look at there.
You want your glasses?
Tachi.
Did you want your glasses?
I guess. Out of here. Monica.
Don't do that.
Help me, Tori, with these women. Both of them.
Goddamn, man.
You can't have them? You can't have them?
Okay. Might sketch something out.
Yeah. See how the guy got his?
Mm-hmm.
You see?
That's it.
That's exactly how you have yours.
Yeah.
This is
Okay, don't get me in any trouble. 3220. Okay, I gotta go.
And I wrote his room number down too, Uncle.
3250. No, it's 3250.
We get along. I'm sorry, Tori. Is that Tori? James Bond. Jimmy Brown. Jimmy Bond. Oh, that's classic stuff. It's classic.
This is it, right? You don't need to take you out.
No.
As far as you go, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Blevins, this is Wayne. Blevins, this is Wayne Thompson. I'm filling out your request to change your room. Please call me at 9318.
What time we meet? Or did I come to your room?
Just call me at 9318.
I'll put something. I'll just put
Time, and we'll see you tonight.
Where at?
Studio B.
in the tux.
In the tux. Oh, come on.
Got your cake?
Going down, please. I gotta go down to
Have fun. All right, Tori, see you later.
Right, madam.